Huge gains today on Wall Street after President Trump announcing there will be a 90-day pause on most of the tariffs. The Dow surged nearly 3,000 points. The Nasdaq jumped 12%. It is the largest one-day jump in 25 years. And the S&P also skyrocketed nearly 10%. However, the pause does not impact China. In fact, President Trump increased tariffs to 125%, further escalating his trade war with the country. So while there is great relief on the stock market, there is still plenty of uncertainty about these tariffs. And we do want to be clear, some are still in place. Our NBC 10's Darren Patello, he's going to join us to share how the tariffs are impacting the housing market. But first, our Glenn Jones joining us in the newsroom with a breakdown of what happened today. Glenn, where do we stand with the tariffs tonight?
All right, Priscilla, let's start with the 125% increase for China. It was definitely the biggest tariff headline of the day. That announcement, coupled with the president's decision to pause other tariffs, narrows the concern, but it doesn't remove it. The Trump administration says 75 countries have come forward asking to sit down for trade negotiations. China, on the other hand, says it will never stop fighting back. It, too, raised tariffs on American goods in response to the president and has signaled it's willing to do more. It could tighten its control on the raw materials we need to build computer chips. It could hit American companies with regulatory investigations or blacklist them from operating within China at all. Despite the uncertainty, President Trump remained confident China will come to the table when he spoke from the White House this afternoon.
Yeah, a deal could be made with every one of them. A deal's going to be made with China. A deal's going to be made with every one of them. And they'll be fair deals. I just want fair.
His decision to pause other tariffs comes at a time when he faced intense pressure to do so. Polling showed the tariffs were unpopular with the majority of Americans. Businesses like Delta were changing their economic outlooks, and even big names in conservative media were beginning to express doubt. Where do we go from here? It's anybody's guess, Priscilla. Stay tuned.
I know, Glenn, I think the whole world now is holding their breath. Thank you. I do want to dive a little deeper now. How would the impending tariffs impact the housing market? Our NBC 10's Darren Patello continuing our team coverage with a look at the cost of home construction materials.
We don't build a lot in the United States now, so anything coming from China, that is going to be affected big time.
On Wednesday, the stock market surged and the S&P 500 posted the biggest gain since 2008 on the Trump tariff reversal after a tumultuous several days on Wall Street. Impacting Main Street, the construction and real estate sectors here in Massachusetts now feeling the effects.
Speaking to just a lender yesterday, 80% of his business has put a pause on buying real estate right now because their down payments are not liquid. You know, they're in the stock market. They were counting on dividends. They're counting on 401ks.
General contractors telling us they stocked up ahead of the reciprocal tariffs, now at 10% for other countries than China at 125%.
What it really affects us is trying to sign up new work. Investors are very uncertain right now, and they're unwilling to actually sign contracts to move projects forward because they don't know what it's going to cost them.
Of course, on any construction site here in Massachusetts, every product can't be from the USA. You're going to have products from all over the world. Here's a sampling at this construction site. You have exterior tape from Switzerland. You have nails from Poland, more nails from Thailand, and a lot of lumber from Canada. Right now, it's watch and wait for both builders and home buyers.
Tariff chaos affecting the stock market, and until we see how that levels off, people are going to panic buy, then pull back, and then hopefully we're going to get back to some sort of a normalcy.
NBC 10's Darren Patello joining us live now at a construction site. Darren, building a home is one thing. Buying a home is something else. How could the trade war impact that?
So, Priscilla, the realtor we spoke with today said we're seeing limited inventory, also inflated prices, and people pulling out of the stock market, as you've seen the past week, looking to possibly buy a home. But she doesn't think this will be the long-term trend. Back to you, Priscilla.
Hey, we hope it isn't. Darren, thank you.